been like learning the H role in Kenny's offense?
It's been fun, honestly. We've been running a lot of 12, and so we've been running HA. And really, the H, you got to do everything. You got to be able to block. You got to go out wide at field one, boundary one, and in slot two. So we're learning a lot of stuff. So it's been a lot on our plate, but we've been doing pretty good with it. So
how would you say it's different than what you were doing in the last offense, just even schematically or what are some of the things that they ask you to do?
I think we're doing a little bit more in the pass game, running some different routes. I think we're stretching the vertical and getting downfield a little more. And then honestly, I think we'd know a little bit more about each position, and it's not just the H in the tight end position. So we know the Z, the X, the Y, everything about that. So that's all of it.
Can you talk about how you and Maliki complement each other? You know, going into your second camp as Oregon Ducks, is there anything different this camp that you've noticed? And can you talk about that relationship a little bit?
Me and Mo are really close. That's my best friend. Off the field, we get a lot of extra work in and go and get a lot of meetings where we learn a little bit more about playing H and A together. And so I think when we're on the field together, we both kind of know what we're doing, know what each other are doing. So I think together on the field, we play pretty good. And really, that's just testament to us off the field being best friends and stuff. So that's been good for us.
Not a lot of people see the field as much as you did when you were a freshman. What were some of your takeaways from last season and just kind of how you've developed at the college level?
You got to come every day ready to work. Practice is a big part of it. You got to come in each week with the mentality of getting better in practice in a long season. And really another thing is take care of my body. It was a long season, had a lot of nagging injuries, and so always in the treatment room. And I think the biggest thing was just coming every day ready to work. That was the biggest thing for me.
Can you speak a little bit of those expectations your freshman year? What was it like your freshman year? Were you satisfied? Do you have any specific goals this year?
I want to say I was satisfied. I think I could do a lot more on the field, but just doing what's best for the team. I think I went in there and did my role, blocked and caught a couple balls and kind of did what I needed to do, but I think I could do a lot more. So in this offense, I think that will really show itself.
What's Cam McCormick's role in this room? Obviously, he's a lot older than some of you guys.
Yeah.
I know he's been in and out with health stuff, but kind of you smile. What kind of a role does he have?
We all love Cam. He's kind of just the older leader guy, so he's bringing us all in, and he's the coach right there in the meeting room too. So any question, he's been here for more than a couple of years, but so he knows everything about it. So any questions I have outside of football, I ask him. So I kind of see him as a big brother, and he just kind of ties that whole room together. He's really essential for us.
What's the oldest thing he does?
The oldest thing he does. Honestly, he's not as super old doing certain things. He does have. Sometimes he'll take his water bottle. I don't want to say it's an old thing, but he does it all the time. He shoots his water bottle mid meetings or something. So it's kind of a veteran move. I don't want to say it's old though.
What's the competition like in that tight end room? It seems like you guys are all really close off the field, but on the field it's got to be something different, right?
Yeah, no, we're really deep, and especially the guys that are hurt too. They're still really good players. So I think it really brings out the best in all of us. Just having to know that you have to fight for a job, fight for a rep every time you go out to practice. You can't slack off or have a bad day because the next guy behind you is just as good as you. So I think it really pushes all of us, and it's great because we have a handful of guys that can go and play anytime.
What do you think you improved most from last season to this season? What else would you like to kind of add to your arsenal going into the fall?
I think the biggest thing, when I first got here, I just played wide receiver really. So I came in, had to put on some weight, learn to block. And so I think I've really excelled in that now and got a lot of technique down and become a better blocker. So I'm just really trying to focus on doing both parts of the game and get back to route running from the inside and just kind of improving there too.
How long did it take you last year to kind of adjust to that blocking aspect? Was there a point where it felt like it clicked?
Yeah, I'd say spring I got put on my butt quite a bit. I was probably 220 coming in, and so I was littler and played wide receiver pretty much my whole high school. I would say about fall camp, and then really in the season when you're playing those guys, grown men every day, it kind of started clicking and I was doing a lot better myself, especially towards the end of the season. But definitely towards the end of the season, I feel like I got even better.
Did anybody give you your welcome to college football moment last year?
Yeah, so I had two. There's practice in the spring last year, Shipley. I split zone across, he put me on my butt. And then in the game, UCLA split zone, got put on my butt, so I popped up with a smile and went back at it. It was something to remember, though.
You said that room's really deep. DJ looks like he's going to be working mainly with the defense now. So got a mixture of young guys and some vets. How is Drew Marauder kind of approaching that? What's he like as a coach since he's a new face here?
Oh, he's great. He really loves the game and he loves us. He comes in every day with a good attitude, a lot of energy. And I think a big thing, he brings a lot of knowledge to the game that we don't have. And so he's always harping on the little things and making us better, like every aspect. Even if you have a good play, there's still a little thing. And he's not mean about it. He's really good about getting on us about that. So keeping us to a high standard.
As you're in the midst of your second spring camp, if there's one thing you wish you could have told yourself in your first spring camp, like what would that be?
Getting treatment every day. I think that's kind of what I've been doing recently. Getting into the treatment room, taking care of my body, and do stuff beforehand too, not just when I'm hurt. I say it's the biggest thing.
What does that look like for you? Is it just ice and heat? Like what particularly does your routine?
Yeah, just getting in the hot tub, cold tub, just kind of warming up, stretching, getting my body ready for the day because you're going against a lot of good athletes every play. So like you have to get ready for that. You can't just walk in and do it.
All right, thanks, Terrance.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Terrance.